Hello, Internet. This is Gaming Nerd 1993 coming at you with a discussion video. In this video, we're discussing GTA Online's future DLCs. It is a speculation video, yes. So let's dive in. I think the final DLC in the future should answer questions about the vehicles. Whether that's about what you're seeing on screen, the Oppressor Mark II, the Deluxo, the Stromberg, the Torador. How did they come to be? Even weapons like the Up and Atomizer, the Unholy Hellbringer, and the Widowmaker. Where did they come from? Which companies got inspiration? How did they come to be? The whole 9 yards. There's not enough answers to go around. So for this DLC, I think it should be broken into two parts. The first part, we get introduced to the organization that sent these designs to the weapon makers, the vehicle makers, the whole 9 yards. With part 2 being focused around that of the threat. Build up the big threat. Build up after part 1, have at the very final mission what leads into part 2. Who the threat is. Why are they here? The story could revolve around Clifford. Hate to say it. That AI can never be fully understood because it's impossible, from what we understand, for someone to create a fully autonomous AI system in modern times. You would need to have some sort of alien connection. To me, it would answer the questions, and it would essentially answer multiple viewpoints. Another aspect, and this one could be beneficial, maybe Clifford cloned himself after the events of the ULP missions for the summer DLC for 2020 or 2021 when we got the Criminal Enterprises DLC update. That's where we could go with that. That Clifford cloned himself. He's a smart AI system that cloning himself would not be out of the ordinary. It really wouldn't. The second part, and this one could be beneficial, is maybe there's a new threat, an alien threat. Because we've seen every Halloween alien vehicles spawning around Los Santos with no information as to who they are, why they're here, and what their purpose is. We could tie the DLC to that. Maybe they're the ones who sent the vehicles. You could even go as far, and I do mean as far as to see the vehicles be manufactured from them, from their plans, with modified tech from our planet. That's how we got the Deluxo and the Oppressor Mark II. From there, we could get new weapons from this DLC, like an EMP pulse pistol that acts just like the Up and Atomizer, to even a power suit system that can be used in free roam or on certain missions, like Cayo Perico, that could have a AI-based system built in that can hack, and I do mean hack, the terminals to get the elevator unlocked and everything in between. From there, the sky's the limit. It could even highlight where you're missing certain items, collectibles, based off of map geolocations, the whole 9 yards for the free roam. With the new DLC, you can buy a new piece of property known as the Galactic Cruiser that will house 40 to 50 vehicles, have housing for new vehicles, like a upgraded version of the Kajali that will remain unnamed at this point, since I haven't came up with a name, alongside where you can modify your power armor. The sky's the limit for what you can do with it. New weapons could be purchased there and housed there and upgraded there. It has the same functionality for the weapon vehicle modify bay from the contract DLC, from the agency, to even housing for you. It can act as a secondary housing spot for you. You start up missions from there, similar to how you have the Terabyte missions, and even the upcoming terminal for the San Andreas Mercenaries DLC. You can start missions there, and I see the missions being 3 missions, then a finale for each of the, because I see it broken down with each part, because this would be a multi-part DLC with where you have 3 missions to do, then finale for those missions. So maybe 3 to 4 parts per part of the DLC. Like the first part would have 12 setup missions and 3 finales. And 4 finales, which could lead into Clifford, taking on Clifford at the finale of part 2, where we'll have 3 parts, 3 finales, and 9 missions to set up, or something along that line. Sorry about going silent there. Apparently, my captain wanted to invite me out to my yacht. Been busy with trying to find ways to keep myself occupied within this game, since I have no drive for anything or very little friends, thanks to certain aspects of GTA Online, especially on the PC version. But that's neither here nor there. I think maybe the aspects of this should be allowed. I hate to say it. I think we can increase the revenue stream of this game as well. Let there be 5 to 6 or more pieces of content that you could do. Maybe side missions, hate to say it. Side missions that include us doing certain business dealings in our own properties, whether that be having AI systems that can assist with taking stock and selling it for us. That could be beneficial for everyone involved. Because as it stands, the game gives us terrible, and I do mean terrible, DLCs, terrible source vehicles actually, to make money and whatnot. The vehicles are slow, they're uninspired, and are clunky. Hate to say it. They serve no real purpose for us. Another thing, and this is a quality of life update, maybe have the Acid Lab tie into our nightclub technicians. To me, that wouldn't hurt. We've already got them doing source materials for, and I do mean for, all of our other businesses. That's the only business that was recently added that didn't get the quality of life update. I hate to say it. To me, it wouldn't hurt the community. Maybe even offer options after we complete this new DLC, story mission part 1 and 2. Maybe have it to where the IAA or any other organizations of the agencies, the FIB or anything, can essentially, and I do mean essentially, go through them to get rid of it. Because in the storyline, how I see it, the IAA and whatnot would be involved. Even Agent 14 and ULP would pay a visit in this DLC, acting as a middleman for us for missions and whatnot, and go from there. The DLC would be beneficial, and I do mean very beneficial to us. From giving us the missions that require a setup, while we have a new character that acts as our finale operations manager. Yeah, it would pretty much, in how I see this is, if you, let's say you're doing a meeting for the, and I do mean for the nightclub, that involves you getting, well, new and improved, getting your sound, your music director, whether you're hiring a new DJ and that DJ is captured by the cops, you have the option to say, hey, I'm with the IA, and they will pay you for this, to turn over this person to me. And you can take them back to your nightclub without needing to contact either Lester or and it'll act as a free bribe for certain missions. Let that be let this multi-part be the final DLC before GTA 6 releases, since it's already been somewhat confirmed through rumors and whatnot that the futuristic vehicles are here to stay. Why not have the questions answered that way? As agents, as it would benefit even the future, have an AI system that you can name and customize to your liking, whether it be male or female. Yeah, it would require hiring voice actors for different voices for that, but it would bring out the enjoyment of the game. It would make you feel more immersed in the missions. Things along that lines. the possibilities for this are endless. Maybe you can finally say goodbye to Clifford and realize where he came from and where Avon Hertz came from. Unless Avon Hertz managed to survive and wasn't captured by the IAA or any organization after that, because we never see the body be destroyed. Yeah, we see it be destroyed, but we don't know if that was a highly advanced android system that Clifford managed to create, use as the basis for his mercenaries that you face off against. We never see that happen. And as someone who hasn't gone through the Doomsday heist, not seeing what's going on, it makes me question it, because I read all this stuff online and never experience it because, well, the most of the online infrastructure is, well, trash. Especially when you're looking for people to do stuff with, due to how the game's set up. Hate to say it. The factor of the, and I do mean of the whole internet connection thing is flawed. It really is. It is flawed beyond all belief. It has no beneficial purpose to it. To me, there needs to be more substance to the game. Maybe these android systems that you create, these drones, maybe they can assist players who need 4 people to play. Maybe have them be on par with you as the player base, and can be beneficial to you. Have it to where every mission you do with them, you rank up in terms of process. You rank up and do every aspect of it to be beneficial. Let it be something that as you rank up, they rank up. But give them a cooldown timer on how many missions you can do, so it's not easily spammed. If you catch my drift. But that's all that I've got for. This is Gaming Nerd 1993 signing out.